Welcome to Tennessee Tuesday with BV. Oh, no. Welcome to Cover 4.
Cover
Whoa,
4.
where we cover on all the competition.
Right out of the gate.
Right out.
Well, I mean, Shrimpy's kind of started that one.
Okay.
Sorry, Ross. Don't
Find a way to pin it on him, I guess.
Damn, Ross gets so mad at me.
No, it's all good. We're just here to have fun.
Yeah.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
We're doing better than Bobby Knight, so
Oh,
Yeah, man, that's rough.
College basketball fixing to start up, pretty soon.
I'm sure everybody's going to have like a Bobby Knight patch or some shit on their jersey.
Oh, you know it.
Well, we got a interesting week of football.
Yeah.
In my opinion, the SEC East and the West is going to be decided Saturday.
I agree.
Sorry, Carter.
Yeah.
Because he's on the outside. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm on the outside. That's okay.
Yeah, but you got basketball coming up.
Well, I mean, let's talk about this. So, say Georgia, does win until they get to Tennessee, and then they lose Tennessee. What does that change? Anything?
No, because we only got one SEC loss, and that they're our last SEC opponent.
But a loss against Missouri, I guess that game would hold a little bit more weight then, right?
Yeah, because at that point, we'd need somebody to beat Missouri because Missouri's only got one loss, which is LSU. If they beat us, they're in the driver's seat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Which Missouri has won the East a few times since they've joined the SEC.
First 2 years, they went back to back.
But losses to if y'all were to lose Missouri and Tennessee, that'd be.
There's Ole Miss they got to play still
and
too.
Ole Miss, yeah. Our toughest 3 games are ahead of us. I think that's 3 in a row, top 18 teams. What's Tennessee ranked in the college football?
17.
So yeah, you got number 10, number 12 or 13 from Mizzou, and then 17.
That's right. The new college football playoff rankings came out this week.
It did. We'll go over that in a little bit. But no, here's the biggest disaster that could happen for any, because with these playoffs, we're talking SEC here. The thing that could throw a wrench in all this, Hoss, is LSU wins Saturday and then wins in Atlanta. They're not going to let a 2-loss team in, so that means 0 SEC teams are getting in.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Wild card. No, yeah, nobody wants that. They're the biggest wild card in all this shit.
Well, I think we can handle them. I mean, once we get to talking about our individual games, I'll let you know why. But
all right,
thank you, Megan.
Give me a second. I'm gonna pull up before we get into games, like you said. Let's pull up these rankings.
Yeah. And while you do that, I think I should shove something that should be not allowed. Y'all have to play at Kentucky, right?
Yes.
It's okay. So, here's something they're going to do that they've done all year long. They did it on Saturday against Tennessee. They did it against Florida. Like I said, they've done it every game. Now, to me, I don't know how this is allowed that they do this, but I'm sure it's like a way they're trying to get in the other team's heads. I don't know, but it's going to cause a fucking brawl. And Trenches, I think, has already seen this.
Yeah, it's some bitch shit, Hoss. You'll see.
Yeah. But this is what Kentucky does every home game now.
Tonight's Coca-Cola game ball is delivered by Zoe Kanaki. Coca-Cola, together tastes better. Tonight's coin toss presented by Trace 3.
Oh, they get down there where the opposing team's at.
Yeah, they block your
Oh,
walkout.
they stand there. Is this just a thing they've started this season, or they've been doing this?
They've been doing it all season.
But they're blocking your walkout.
Yeah, yeah. Wow. Well, it really worked in their favor. So.
No, I'm not
Yeah,
even
that's-
thinking about the intimidation factor then. I'm talking about just
I don't think that's intimidating. I think that's disrespectful.
No.
So
Yeah, exactly.
right.
if
Exactly.
anything, that's going to make them want to play harder to beat you. So
It's going to take one player who don't give a fuck to ruin all that.
yeah,
If I was one of those guys coming out, whether I played for whoever, I'd be like, I'm about to knock one of these motherfuckers off on their ass, like
Yeah.
real hard.
give them a shoulder check as you go by.
Fuck yeah.
Can flags be thrown on that?
Yeah.
If it happens
I
prior to
can't,
the
no.
game
Oh, yeah.
started?
If a fight happens, yes. But you can't throw a flag on them doing what, that's now their routine.
You
Yeah, a
could
lot
just
of
be,
teams-
you could just be like, he just moved over a little too close when I was walking by.
Yeah.
If you give him a little extra with that shoulder,
Mm-hmm. And what's crazy is apparently they Kentucky Sports Radio has been glorifying it all season long. They've made little videos about it. I'm like, that's not cool. I'm like, that's some bullshit.
yeah. I didn't know they were doing that, so that's
I
definitely
didn't
news
either.
to me. But
I seem to remember before the Florida game, they had a little brawl breakout before the game started.
mm-hmm.
And that must have been why.
Yep.
Because they keep saying that their team is going down there to pray, to take a knee. Why can't they do that on the other end?
Exactly. Yeah.
No, Stoops should put an end to that shit.
Yeah.
All right, so top 25 as it sits. We're going to work from 25, work our way up. At number
Okay.
25, we have undefeated Air Force. There's a lot of teams that are ranked ahead of them that shouldn't be. Now, you're going to tell me if Air Force and Kansas State played tomorrow, you pick Kansas State? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
If it's a neutral field, I'm probably picking Air Force.
I'd take Air Force, yeah. That option's hard to stop sometimes.
24-7-1 Tulane. That was the team, remember, going into the season, everybody thought was going to be the dark horse.
Mm-hmm.
One loss in that schedule, you're fucked. It's over. 23, we talked about Kansas State. They lost to Missouri, and who else? I forgot.
They lost to Missouri. They lost somebody they weren't supposed to.
No.
I can't remember who. I think it was somebody from the Big 12. It was like a UCF or somebody like that. Somebody they weren't supposed to lose to.
22, Oklahoma State.
Okay.
21, Kansas. And 20, Southern Cal. Which,
Okay.
let's be honest, Southern Cal might finish outside the top 25 when the season's said and done.
I definitely don't think they're going to win the Pac-12.
Definitely not. And who they still got left? They got a hard game this week. Rutgers is Ohio State. USC's got a hard game this week.
The Scarlet Knights?
Ohio State and Rutgers are playing at 12. All right, either way, let's move on. We got UCLA at 19, Utah at 18, Tennessee at 17, Oregon State 16, and Notre Dame 15. All of those are two-loss teams. Is there any issue with the order from 19 to 15? Like I said, you got Notre Dame, Oregon State, Tennessee, Utah, UCLA.
No, I mean, it's that time of the year where, by the end of the season, you're going to have a 4-loss team in the top 25, Now, I don't think you'll see a 4-loss team in the top 10, but I bet you'll see a 3-loss team in the top 10. That happens too.
Well, I mean, maybe. We'll get into that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true. All right, from 14 to 10, you got LSU, Louisville, then Missouri at 12, 11 Penn State, number 10 Ole Miss.
I feel like I'm saying something Cranges would say here, but somebody else feel like Louisville's just they're living on borrowed time. Like they're fixing to just get punted out of the way, by somebody.
Their best win was beating a North Carolina team without their quarterback.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like we were talking about earlier, they'll kind of shake themselves out of the top 25 by the time the shit's done. All right, so LSU, Missouri, Penn State, Ole Miss. I'm gonna say they got those four in order right. I think LSU and Missouri are kind of tied because that game was super close. But LSU's got 2 losses, so they got to go behind them. Penn State's, I don't think, better than Ole Miss. So, to me, that's right.
Yeah, LSU will be going further down the list after this week. So
I think
Missouri will too. Yeah.
All right, so let's get into 9 through 5. You got Oklahoma, Bama, Texas. I'm going to stop right there at those 3. People have been fucking bitching up a storm that Texas is over Oklahoma. I think this is correct. Because you watched when those 2 played, there wasn't a doubt in your mind Texas was a better team. Right. Oklahoma got lucky. If they were to play 10 times out of 10, I think Oklahoma probably wins 1 or 2 tops. Texas has a better win than Oklahoma.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
and
all
Texas
fans getting pissed. Oklahoma just lost to who last week? Like it was a team.
Kansas.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, Oklahoma's loss is more recent than Texas's loss. You see what I'm saying? So that's why Texas should be ahead of Oklahoma. I get it. They beat Oklahoma, and they have bragging rights the rest of the year. They can brag for the rest of the season that we beat Texas. That's their right. But just because you beat that team does not necessarily mean that you should be ranked ahead of them in certain scenarios. You shouldn't.
Yeah.
In some instances, yes. In some instances, no. It all really depends. And right now, Oklahoma's loss is a lot, it's a much more recent loss than Texas. So I'm fine with having Texas ahead of, Oklahoma. But it's the same way. I would be fine with seeing Alabama ahead of Texas because Texas has lost more recent than Alabama has.
Right.
But they've got it. I don't see a problem with that order at all, is what I'm saying.
Okay. Let's go in the last 6 and 5, the 2 staring out. You got the highest ranked 1-loss team, Oregon at 6, Washington at 5.
Okay.
Same as the Texas Oklahoma. I think if Oregon plays them at the end of the year, I'd put my money on Oregon getting the revenge factor.
Wait, I may say Washington's got a loss?
No, Oregon does.
Oregon's got the one.
Yes,
yeah.
That's right. Okay.
So Washington's the one team looking out. Then we get to the playoff 4. You got Florida State, Michigan, Georgia, Ohio State.
But Georgia at 1.
No, Georgia's at 2, Ohio State 1.
Yeah,
I don't have an issue. Here's my issue with the top 4. It's not even Georgia being 2. That's fine. Ohio State can go number 1. That makes sense. Michigan, but here, all right. Ohio State got number 1 because they have a better resume so far than Georgia and Michigan, a harder schedule. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Why, if that's the case and we're going on resume, why is Michigan above Florida State?
Especially with all the stuff going on with their practices.
Well, they can't put that in the rankings yet, right? Because, oh my God, there's pictures now that came out with that guy wearing the freaking smart glasses with the camera.
Wow.
But even without that, Michigan has played 0 ranked teams. So if you're telling me Ohio State beats Georgia because they've played more ranked teams, that's fine. I can live with that. But you can't put Florida State behind Michigan. Michigan's played fucking nobody.
Yeah. I think they did get that wrong. I mean, Michigan should be lower.
Yeah. That's really my only issue. Like, even as a Georgia fan, I don't give a shit if we're 1 or 2. If you are going to put somebody ahead of us, I think it is Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't put a team that's, they're beating the shit out of people, but they're beating fucking high school teams all fucking year and then say, well, scheduling, and then Florida State's sitting there with 2 ranked wins.
Yeah. I mean, that's like Florida State's got 2 ranked wins, and I guess I'm not defending this. I'm just saying, like, I know Florida State's had some very close wins too.
They've had 2. Okay, so there was a 2-point to Boston College, unexcusable.
Yeah.
But then they went to overtime with Clemson. Clemson looks bad this year, but Clemson's still a top program in college football. Even though they're not top 25, they are a top program.
Just ask Tyler from Spartanburg.
Right? but hear me out, though. Even with Clemson, the way they're playing right now would beat, 7 out of the 8 teams that Michigan just played?
Yeah. At least on paper, you could say that. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, I didn't give a shit if Georgia was 1 or 2. To me, that makes sense either way. If that's how you're going to pitch it with strength of schedule, fine. But be consistent with all 4.
Right.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, at this point, I don't think it really matters because we haven't gotten down to the nut cutting just yet.
Yeah.
That comes, in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Because all these teams, a team that's ranked like 9th right now can figure out a way to get it number 4 by the end of the year. It's not hard. And it's going to really change over the next 3 weeks for sure.
Yeah.
3 to 4 weeks.
This is the month where you really don't want to mess up if you're trying to make it to the playoff.
November, it's here, and it all matters what you do in November.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, thought I had something written down. Never mind, no.
Copious notes.
Man, I got a lot of them, man. I got a whole clipboard. I've even written on freaking envelopes, envelopes, whatever they're called. I've got each week picks.
However you say it, he's got them.
Yeah, I've got picks from week 0 all the way to now. Yeah, that's week 5. Let's find week 0. There's week 1. There's week 2. Week 3. Week 4. There's weeks 1 through 5. Where's 0 at?
So real quick, I want to show you guys this real quick. This is the guy, Connor Stallions, the Michigan guy. Went to a Central Michigan game. Hang on, let's see. Where's it at? Yeah, I'll just go back to the damn picture. Went to a Central Michigan game. Has a Central Michigan hat on. And these are the fucking Ray-Ban smart glasses. I called Carter about them today because I tried them on. They have cameras on the sides, and you can actually listen to music from the fucking arms.
Oh, wow.
Like, I mean, it's clear as day. There's no denying it anymore. The question is whether or not they're going to do shit about it.
Oh, there you go. Found week 0 right there. So,
Go ahead. What you got?
we have every week's picks.
So we doing picks for this week now?
Of course.
All right, let's get it.
You want to hear the overall records?
Sure.
Hoss, 71-29. That's 100 games. You
Nice.
got a 71 winning percentage there, bud.
Thank you.
You've got some extra points, I think, along the way. I have a record of 73-24. in trenches is 70-30.
Yay.
Pretty close.
Mm-hmm. Very close. Very, very close. I can give you everybody else. That's I can give you like Chess Hall 70-27. Pretty good. Crange is 64-34. 58-40. Maddie is 70-27, and Megan 74-25.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Pretty good. All right. We're gonna do the whole let's guess the spread thing, Trenches. But
Yeah, you tell me the game, I'll pull up the spreads.
Oh, okay. I was gonna see if 1 second here. Congrats to the Texas Rangers on winning their first ever World Series title, guys. Look at that. I'm glad they won.
We know somebody from Texas, but I don't think that's his team.
I think his team is the rival of that team. Yeah.
It's got to sting a little.
Yeah, it might sting a lot. Okay, Trenches, I'm ready when you are.
Go ahead.
First game. Am I doing the spread or are you doing the spread?
It's up to you. If you want to do it, do it.
Because I got it pulled up.
Oh, yeah, you do it. What the fuck?
All right.
I want extra work.
Well, there was 2 games tonight.
All right.
Bowling Green beat Ball State 24-21, and then the Akron Zips beat Kent State 31-27. So,
Okay.
Tomorrow night there's 3 games. TCU and Texas Tech. Both teams kind of struggling this year.
Mm-hmm.
Now Duke plays tomorrow night against Wake Forest. And then South Alabama and Troy.
Woo!
Yeah.
That'll be a good matchup.
Friday, you got Boston College at Syracuse, and then you got Colorado State at Wyoming. Hey, hats off to Wyoming. They're 5-3 so far this year. That's a pretty good year for the Cowboys.
With them shit colors, congrats.
Go Pokes. All right. Let's see. First game, Louisiana Tech at Liberty. I get it. That's not really a lot of people are thinking like that's a game you guys are picking. Well, we like to,
Hey, Liberty, don't sleep on Liberty, man. They're still doing things even without their old coach that's now in Auburn.
Mm-hmm. Liberty's 8-0, taking on the 3-6. Yeah, Texters. What's the spread on that game?
Is he serious?
You're asking us?
I'm asking you.
Oh, I thought you meant like, do I have it? Oh, okay.
No.
I would think Liberty would probably be favored by at least 7.
I'm going to say Liberty 4.5.
16.5.
Ooh,
wow.
Shit.
Mm-hmm. That is a 5 o'clock CBS Sports Network game. That's Central Time.
Mm-hmm.
Next game would be. This is actually a game that is very lopsided. Bedlam, Oklahoma and Oklahoma State. Like, I don't think people realize how much Oklahoma's won in that rivalry. Like, Oklahoma State's not won a lot.
Yeah.
It's really bad. But it is, at Boone Pickens Stadium where the Cowboys play. So Oklahoma coming off a loss, 7-1, playing at 6-2 Oklahoma State. That's an ABC game, 2:30. What do you guys think that spread is?
I'm going to go Oklahoma 16.
I'll go Oklahoma by 24.
Oklahoma by 5.5.
Oh, wow.
Didn't he just say it was a lopsided?
That's what he said. Lopsided. I figured
It's
that
a
was
lopsided rivalry. Like all
Rivalry.
time.
We thought you said it was a lopsided like betting on.
No. I'm sorry.
Okay, I got
The
you.
rivalry is lopsided. Like Oklahoma State is barely won in this rivalry.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right, that's my confusion. All right. Let's see here. Texas A&M at Ole Miss. I think this could be a really interesting game. If Texas A&M can get that offense going and their defense can play like they're capable of, they could give Ole Miss a lot of fits.
Well, I don't know. Ole Miss has got a lot of weapons. on
They do.
offense, so-
They do. And Ole Miss is definitely, I mean, they're ranked number 10. They're 7-1. A&M's 5-3. You know, Jimbo's on the hot seat.
Yeah. I think Ole Miss will probably
Yeah.
get it done pretty handily in this one, but I guess you
Okay.
want us to tell you. I say 13.
I'm gonna say Ole Miss by 10 and they cover.
Ole Miss by 3.
Yeah, they're
Three
definitely
again,
fucking
wow.
covering.
Yep, that's 11 o'clock. ESPN game. Kansas State, who ended up winning the Big 12 last year, played
Weird.
Alabama in the Sugar Bowl. They're ranked 23rd. They're 6-2, and they got to go to Texas. This is another noon kickoff.
No Quinn Ewers though, right?
I don't think so, unless he's back.
You think they'll play Arch, or is it just gonna be the other guy?
I don't think they're going to play Arch. I don't think Arch is really that good.
I don't think he'll get any starts this year, I wouldn't think.
What's Kansas State's record?
They are 6-2.
And it's at Kansas State.
No, it's
No,
at Texas.
At Texas.
I'm gonna go
Now,
Texas.
Kansas,
Texas 3.
I'm going to say Texas 6.
now you guys are getting a little bit better with it. It's Texas by 4.
Okay.
Notre Dame at Clemson. Now, Dabo, as I'm sure most everybody's heard by now, he got a little fired up on his little call-in show with Tyler from Spartanburg. And Clemson's 4-4, and Dabo's making $11.5 million a year, and Tyler wasn't happy about that. He compared him to Tommy Bowden, which to me that's a little ridiculous. I mean, Dabo did win 2 natties. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I get that things aren't really going the way they
Not like
want.
he's unproven as a coach.
Yeah. So this game is another 11 o'clock or noon game if you're in Eastern time on ABC. The 15th ranked Notre Dame Fighting Irish playing at Clemson.
I'm gonna go Irish 6.5, and Dabo walks away 4-5 as the highest paid coach.
Irish by 10.
10. Okay.
It would be the Irish by 3.
3 again. Man.
Mm-hmm. You know it is. When you're the home team, you get a little help sometimes, it seems like.
I guess so.
So Utah, who just took it on the chin, they looking for a bounce back win, and they get to play the Sun Devils from Arizona State. Yeah. Arizona State's a real bad team this year. They're 2-6. Utah 6-2. They're ranked 18th. That's a 1 o'clock Central Time game on the Pac-12 network. What do you think the spread is?
Utah 13.
Utah by 17.
Utah by 11,
Okay.
which is kind of low to me. I mean, they're playing a
Seems like
2-6 team, yeah. This might be the best game of the whole week. I don't know. Georgia Tech at 4-4 at 2-6 Virginia. Virginia is playing a lot better the last 3 weeks. I'm kidding. That's a terrible game, but I mean, it might actually be a very competitive game between both these schools. It's on the CW
the
network.
CW network.
Yeah, where Arrow and the Flash used to come on all the time.
Fucking frog.
You know you're doing good when your
Oh,
game's on the
WB.
CW network.
Yeah.
Actually, until last week, I'll share it on here. I don't know. I didn't even know they were doing games on that network.
Yeah.
But
So I got to looking for one. I was like, it's on the CW. Wow.
yeah, it's where Riverdale comes on.
Oh, I must have missed that one.
Yep.
I'm gonna go Tech by 4.
Tech by 3.
UVA is favored by 2, guys.
Really?
Yes.
Tech has beaten Miami and North Carolina, but Virginia's favored.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking they would at
All
least be favored in it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Crane just wants me to be kicked off the show.
Soon.
Yeah. All right, let's go back to the SEC. We got Arkansas at Florida. I know when we talked about this Saturday, it seems like a lot of you guys are kind of feel like Florida's not going to beat Arkansas.
I feel that way.
Yeah.
I mean, Arkansas is 2-6, Florida's 5-3. It's an 11 o'clock kick on ESPN2. I get it, but
Arkansas's had a lot of games where they've
mhm.
had a good shot at it. They just couldn't get the win. I think they're going to get that W in this game.
I do as well. Like I said, I think Georgia broke Florida. I think Arkansas is one of those teams that they're just a bad luck team. Like they play good and then something happens and they lose it. I don't think they're going to lose this game. But I think Florida's favored 2.5.
Hoss.
They probably are favoring Florida by 5.
B6.
Oh, there you go. And it's only because it's at the fucking Swamp.
Yeah. Well, yeah. If it was in Arkansas, it'd be a 3-point spread. Yeah. Here's one to look at. We've got. I'm gonna save those two for last. All right. Washington at USC. You would think Washington would win this game. Yeah, but it is at Southern Cal. I don't know if that changes anybody's opinion on the game. USC 7-2, Washington 8-0.
I think Washington keeps it rolling.
Mm-hmm.
I think USC's done. Like I think Caleb Williams don't give a shit anymore. He just wants to get the NFL. I think Washington beats him, and I think they're probably favored by 4.
I'll say Washington by 3.
Oh, you bastard!
Washington by 3.
Yeah.
The Price is Right, me, you motherfucker.
All right, so we got the Missouri Tigers, who have come out this year and surprised, I think, everybody in the country.
Mm-hmm.
They're ranked 12th. They're 7-1. And they got to go play at the 8-0 number 2 ranked Georgia Bulldogs. And that is a 2:30 CBS game. And I'm sure, Trenches, you already know what that spread
Yeah,
is.
I know the spread.
Okay. Well, Hoss, what do you think it is?
Probably Georgia by 14. More?
Don't go up too much more, but a little bit.
16.
A little bit down. Just like a half down.
15 and a half.
That's right.
The weird part is, Hoss, is we were favored by Florida by 13.5. So I think we're going to beat Missouri. Worse, like Vegas thinks that Missouri will be a little bit easier for us than Florida.
Mm.
And it might be. Has Missouri and Florida played yet?
No.
Okay. Well,
What
that
if,
game will depend a lot on where it's at.
what if this
Mhm.
Missouri team comes out, though, and just really chin checks Georgia? Is that going to surprise you?
Then Trench has got to be the biggest Florida and Tennessee fan for the next couple weeks.
Tennessee, yeah. No, it's not going to surprise me if they come in and chin check us. I mean, how many times have we seen Georgia have to bounce back this year? They're kind of built
Yeah,
for that.
that's true.
The problem with Missouri is they got Brady Cook, Luther Burden. That's it. They don't have enough weapons to keep up with these high caliber teams. They just don't. LSU proved it. And LSU's got one of the worst defenses we've seen in the top 25. Georgia's going to cover. This isn't the game that I'm worried about as a Georgia fan. Even if we lose, it's fine. I'll eat my crow. I'm wrong. I'm worried about Ole Miss way more than I am Missouri.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Mm-hmm.
Like my fear going into last week is, one, I hate losing to Florida more than anything in this world. But two, no Brock Bowers. How are we going to look? Well, we put up more yardage and got more touchdowns than we did with them. Like we spreaded the ball out a lot more.
Damn ball hog, Brock Bowers.
Hey, I'm not saying he's bad for the team. I'm saying we found a way to work without him.
I'm sure Kirby won't let them do it, but what if the players are maybe overlooking Missouri, saying,
Okay, real quick.
we're focused on Ole Miss. So.
No. You remember last year, right? That was our only close game with Missouri. I guarantee we go into this heavy, but not only that, as well as I do, Kirby and Nick do the same shit. Hey, they said this about you in the media. You don't think for 1 second he didn't look at his team like, by the way, y'all are now second ranked. Let that shit sink in. He's going to use that in every fucking practice. This is why I'm not worried about Missouri. Ole Miss is catching us decent time. They're caught in between Missouri and Tennessee. Missouri is coming for the worst possible week for them to come. Georgia comes back home. We just went down a seat in rankings. Missouri almost caught us last year. There's no chance I see us sleeping through this game.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I mean, I know Kirby's like washing cars for the playoff committee, trying to get coach of the year. I mean, he's doing
We don't need
everything.
coach of the year. We'll just take another third trophy. We don't need the coach of the year. We're
Yeah,
good
but
on that.
he wants.
First off, but before you even blow smoke, we all know Primetime's getting coach of the year, right? It's not Kirby.
No.
Who would get coach of the year this year? I mean, if Ryan Day pulled out what he's never pulled out, which is a playoff win, I guess he could get it.
If Missouri doesn't lose another game, Eli's getting it. For sure.
Eli Drinkwitz, if he beats Georgia, they damn well deserve it. He's had a great fucking year.
At least you get, depending on how he finishes the year, SEC coach of the year.
Now, if Georgia wins and the next game we talk about doesn't go the way that, everybody kind of wants it to, because we don't want LSU throwing a wrench in there, Brian Kelly could get it.
Yeah.
But there's not a lot. What I'm saying is there's not a lot of like newcomer coaches showing up this year. Oh, wait, hang on. Florida State's head coach. He should be up and running for it.
We still got one more game, guys.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. We got sidetracked with Coach Talk.
No, it's good. This is the game of the week, I think. Let's see here. Yep. 5-2. No, 6-2. 14th ranked LSU Tigers traveling to T-Town to take on the 8th ranked 7-1 Alabama Crimson Tide. That's a 6:45 CBS game. It's the first doubleheader CBS game we've had this year, I think. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Hoss, you probably already know what the spread is.
No, actually, I don't.
All right. What do you think it is?
I would think we should be favored, but
Yeah.
probably not going to be more than 6.
Okay. What about Trenches?
5.5, Bama. I'm gonna do what Hoss did to me.
Alabama by 3.
3.
Mm-hmm.
That ever popular 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know about that, because let's look at this. both of LSU's losses, the teams they've lost against, they put a lot of rushing yardage and a lot of passing yardage. I think we're going to do the same. So 3 to me is just not.
Yeah,
I think they're underestimating what Bama is capable of doing,
they are.
and I firmly believe there's a game plan in place for this game because of what happened last year. So now if they come out and they're still is I don't know if the word lackadaisical, but if it's what we've been seeing after this week off, then I'm going to be concerned for the rest of the season. But I think we're going to come out and show out in this game. So.
Churches, I want to hear your opinion first. What do you think is going to happen?
I think Bama beats them by at least 2 scores, and there's a reason why. Bama and Georgia are literally they're the same 2 teams right now this year. They both have started off slow, gained momentum. They're doing it in different ways, but they're literally neck and neck. They're 2 teams staring in a mirror with different fucking logos.
Yep.
And if you take either one of those teams, and I know that you're not supposed to do college football math. If you take either one of those teams in a playoff scenario against Florida State, they beat the shit out of Florida State. Florida State beat the fuck out of LSU, and you're going to tell me LSU is going to beat the team? No, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Well, okay. All right. So I'm kind of in agreement with both of you. I think the big difference maker is it's at Tuscaloosa. Home field advantage matters. It always has. It always will. But I think I even said it Friday night. Like, this game would not shock me if Alabama's even losing at halftime. Like, Alabama could be down 3. It'd be like 13-10 at half. And I guarantee you, Bama will come out in that second half, and they'll just, take LSU behind the woodshed. And I could see Alabama winning a game like this, like 34-20 or something.
Are you having Tennessee flashbacks?
Damn, that is the same score.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, and you're 100% right. I think the Georgia game and Bama game, Georgia and Bama could both be down going into half. The problem is Kirby and Nick are so fucking good at changing the game plan that unless you are so deep in depth, you can't win that game. You have to have a hell of a lead going into the third quarter to beat these teams.
The other problem is I know that we're coming down to the end of the show is I haven't said cover on yet.
I get upset, but watching Haas die inside is good.
You just got to keep saying it.
It's my trademark.
Mm-hmm.
How about Haas with the nice decor in the back?
Yeah.
Hey, I finally put something up. I mean, it's not football related, but
I want to see. Me and Trenches know what it is because you told me. I want to see who is the first fucking person in the comments that knows what that is.
I know there's a little bit of a glare, but maybe that'll help.
Somebody figure out what that's from.
Silver Shamrock Novelties is what that says in there.
Mm-hmm.
From a popular movie or not so popular, depending on who you are.
Yeah. So you got a hint there. It's from a movie. Anyway, I think it's going to be a good weekend.
Oh, crazy.
Oh!
And Megan.
Oh, Megan.
Got it. On the money.
Damn. Season of the Witch. Damn.
Yeah, I like that. A lot of people who are, they think it has no business being in the Halloween franchise, but I like it.
That's cool.
Look, Crane just put the one without Michael Myers in it. That's right.
Exactly.
That's amazing. Well, you guys got anything you want to say before we head out?
No, enjoy the game Saturday. It's gonna be like, SEC gets decided this Saturday.
Be some great matchups.
Yep. That's pretty much right. Well, everybody, we'll see you Saturday night. Win, lose, or draw.
Woo!
You got that right.